Hey guys, welcome to BP the Bible Perspective. Did a black lady fire Tiffany? And does that change anything? Now, before we get into it, please like and share this video and subscribe to BP the Bible Perspective. And as always, if you have a thought or comment, add to the comment section below. All comments are welcome. Now, this is sort of a follow-up to a video I did I just completed. Where I dealt with the firing of Tiffany Cross, and it came as a shock with people. And the basis of the video was, what can we learn from Tiffany Cross's firing? And my point to that was, sometimes when black people go into different circumstances, are they cognitive of their paradigm? Excuse me. I'm kind of nursing a cold too, so if I sound hoarse, forgive me. But oftentimes I think when people, especially, and I'm going to say this because this is the context, you can say certain very Afrocentric African Americans will be more Afrocentric to the cause. And I'm not just talking about advocates, right? For example, Martin Luther King obviously was very focused on black issues. Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, Black Lives Matter. We can go on and on and on. They're very focused on black issues. That's what they talk about. That's what they live, eat, breathe, whatever. Okay? But then we come to sometimes the normal life, fitting in with the normal life. Now, the fight goes on in that we are still struggling to get what is our due. And oftentimes, we have to, I think, be aware of what exactly are we dealing with. And this covers every facet of our life, from policing, job discrimination, housing market, government. All of these things play a part in understanding how do we fit. Now, here's a good example. By now, I think the news is out that Stacey Abrams lost her Georgia governor's race. Okay, and a lot of people may go, well, maybe disappointed, but I kind of never saw her, in a sense, winning. And this is why. Georgia is predominantly a red state. In other words, when you get outside of Atlanta, it's all red. Now, the same thing in Florida. When you get out of, for example, like Miami, Florida is a very red state. A lot of red people there. Now, that's not to say you can't win. It's just that it is a tough win. And so far, of course, neither state produced a black governor. All right. And then even Val Demings, I think, lost her bid to be a senator. Now, again, and let me just also say this. This is not a criticism. These are questions and then observations. That's it. So I'm not either way. Okay. Oftentimes, now think about this. When we think about like police, there are thousands of police brutality videos. And we continue to have thousands of police brutalities. Why? Because policing has to be changed on a law level. Okay? And so when we come to television, what is the platform of the television? So, for example, if you BET, I'm just using BET as an example, then yeah, you're going to go almost exclusively to a black audience. But now if you go all the way to the other end of the spectrum and you go to Fox News. Well, Fox News is predominantly a white audience. Now, I'm saying all this to say, when we find the kind of in the middle in MSNBC, this is where even that we have to say what is really the targeted audience. I mean, what really is the audience there? Excuse me. Now, with the firing of Tiffany Cross, a lot of people are kind of left in saying, what was it racism? Was it unfair? I'm going to unpack that a little further down here, because obviously I'm going to show you that it wasn't racism in and of itself that got Tiffany fired. So now in this person, Rashida Jones. Now this Rashida Jones is president of MSNBC. She took the position about over a year ago. And what that means is that Rashida Jones is the one who makes the decision. She is the one who makes the decision, who gets on the air, what kind of news they're going to cover. So in reality, it was Rashida Jones that actually pulled the plug on Tiffany Cross. Now that's why I said, was it racism? No, because look who, in a sense, pulled the plug. In other words, ultimately, she didn't, even if it was people under her that says Tiffany's got to go, Rashida is the one that said she's got to go. She's the head. The buck stops with her. Now, was she wrong? Was she a sellout? Was she cooning? And as I said, I think we should look at this in a different perspective. Now, here's an example. Let's suppose Rupert Murdoch of Fox News, the owner of Fox News, said, you know what? Hey, Rashida, I want to hire you to run Fox News. Okay? I want you to run Fox News. So they negotiate a deal. She comes over. So how do you think she's going to run Fox News? Do you think she's going to flood the airways of Fox News with Al Sharpton and Tiffany Crosses and Joy Reids, and we can go on and on and on, right, with black reporters? Do you think that's what she's going to do? Absolutely not. Because first and foremost, she is hired to run, in this very hypothetical situation, Fox News. So that means she's going to go in saying, what is Fox News audience? What is Fox News advertisers? And that's how she's going to run the network. Now, let's say, for example, she does bring over and say, hey, let's bring over Tiffany Cross, Angela Rye, Roland Martin. You can go on and on. First of all, that would never happen. But let's just suppose she did. Now she has to tell them, this is Fox News, this is our audience. This is the flavor, as it were, that we're going to go with. And if they did not, if they continually tried to, let's say, be Afrocentric, the same thing would happen. She would end up firing them. Why? Because it's either going to be her job or theirs. Now, on the other hand, when you look at a person like Harris Faulkner, who is a news anchor on Fox News, and I think a lot of times people will say she's cooning. She is a sellout. She's an Uncle Tom. Okay, maybe. Or is it that she is playing the game? This is her job. This is her audience. Now, you may say, I would never work for Fox News. More power to you. But she's decided to work for Fox News. She gets paid a very good salary. So to her, it may be worth to say, I'm not going to rock any boat. I'm not going to stir any waves here. And so when you hear Harris Faulkner, and it is sometimes disappointing, she is speaking to her targeted audience. And I'm saying that And I'm going to ask the question, is this where Tiffany failed? Now, whether I personally, let me just say this. I love Tiffany Crawford. I love her style. I was an avid listener. Me and my wife both loved her. But we don't we don't know all the details. At least I haven't. I've seen all the details in terms of why exactly they said they was firing her. We know. Excuse me. There were some reports about her tiff with some other, on-air personalities. I don't know if MSNBC has made these statements. But I think the bigger question would be, though, and remember I said this, that Tiffany Cross did not want to leave MSNBC. And on that basis is what I'm making these statements here. On that, because she didn't want to leave. Roland Martin, on the other hand, he left. He doesn't want to be a part of MSNBC. He's doing his own thing, got his own digital network. And basically his thing is, hey, to hell with the rest of them. But Tiffany wanted to be on MSNBC. So if that's true, then why not follow the direction? By the way, Rashida's had her kind of stir of controversy. There's a lot of people that don't like the direction that she wants to take in MSNBC, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. But certainly, if they're telling you, here's the direction that we're going, and you're not going that direction, are you causing problems for yourself? And that's my question. Let me close with this. So the fact that she works for a black woman, does it change anything? Does it change the perspective? In my opinion, no, it doesn't. Because to me, if you are a black person working for another black person, you ought to give that person their due, or don't work for them. Don't think, and I'm not saying that Tiffany is doing that. What I'm saying is that on any situation, just the fact that they're black. In fact, I'll say this. There are a lot of cases where a black person in power is worse than a white person in power. But that's a whole other video. So my thing is that does it change anything? No, because the question is going to come down is, hey, were you meeting were you meeting their expectations? Were you meeting up there? And again, I can't answer that, nor am I judging it. It's just a question at this point. All right, guys, that's my perspective. What are your thoughts on this? Love to hear your thoughts. Add them to the comments section. Remember, all comments are welcome. And don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to BP, the Bible Perspective. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Till next time, I'll see you then.